easily are you emotionally and instinctively triggered? We live in a very challenging time. Therefore, we must become clear thinkers with razor sharp accurate, ruthless responses. Let us share some good ideas. Besides yourself, who else may be utilizing this triggering force and hence affect your brain's response? Think about this and say, once you know the system, you can easily back it. The title we want to share is Power to Affect Other People's Brain Responses. We must underscore first what our ancestors left for us concerning the human being. Then analyze what neuroscience says as it examines the structure and the function of the human brain and nervous system. The creator, God or divinity Kamuno or Kamunu fashioning a person's body and their car or spirit on a potter's wheel. From this we understand that melanin dominant human beings are dual, created, not evolved. They have a physical body which is called merhie or muiri, and they have got a car which is the animating force, that which causes us to breathe, the instinctive nature of breathing in and out, and also the ba, which is the totality of all the other aspects of the soul. So this is our ancestors that taught us and showed us this. On the other hand, neuroscientists use evolutionary, cellular and molecular biology, anatomy and physiology, human behavior and cognition, and other disciplines to map the brain at a mechanistic level. Evolution is a lie. It is used to deny the existence of an intelligent creator. The Triune Brain that they teach and spend more time on was known by our ancestors, who utilized and used it in a manner and in a way we shall demonstrate in this video. So what is this Triune Brain? According to evolutionary based scientists, the Triune Brain model suggests a basal ganglia, that it is the oldest and it was acquired first. It is also called the reptilian or ara complex brain. It is followed by the limbic system, which is an emotional brain or pathos, and followed by the neocortex, which is your higher level or your understanding brain. And they say that the emotional brain has less understanding. We give and take a few things here because we know more about this from our ancestors' teaching. And our ancestors showed us without any doubt that the human being is dual. Then two is where all this is connected. And the ba is the spiritual level, the higher level that is inside you. But what we know is that it is the ara complex today that has been utilized nefariously, since it has power to absorb or power to be affected or power to affect other people's brain responses, which is what we want to guard against, because there are actions that influence your brain that you must understand. The government manipulates events using fear, big brother attitude, watching over you, as well as violence and wars, scarcity, and many other tactics, so that the public is in disarray, is divided, and by that nature of the situation with the public, they can easily command them and the public will obey. Those that are behind the government depend on fear and emotion on a mass scale to survive, for they are not full empathic human beings. They are operating on an animal level frequency. Advertisers and other media outlets know this about human beings, that fear and violence and the belief that human beings have is easy for them to utilize for the human mind to make a decision in favor of the advertisers. So they use fear-based tactics because fear gets people's attention by triggering the base or animal instincts inside us, the totems. Our ancestors recognized this aspect by illustrating that serpentine human, now termed brain, affect overall behavior negatively unless we remain conscious of it. They knew that we had two serpentine frequencies inside us, good and evil. Example of good serpentine energy, or rather holy serpentine energy or serpent, is Nyaminyami, who used to give people food in terms of drought in the Zambezi river or Zambezi river. Yeah. And there is also the negative one where witchcraft odds. When you accept any single step in witchcraft, you either join them or they kill you. Or when you join them, they kill someone whom you trust. So they, each and everyone, every human being, because we are living in an animal body, we have got serpentine energy that comes in two waves. Always when you do good, evil is close by. It's never too far. This is what our ancestors taught. Now we know that they are control freaks who have the desire to control, whether it be in relationships, circumstances, or any issues of life in general. We know that this is a primary trait of the reptilian brain in action. We often call such people who have this behavior control freaks, and freak-like is what they appear to be. Government, institutions, relationships, all have become centers for freak control. It's very, 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 very uncomfortable. So how do we deal with this? What we have to learn is to analyze any long-term stimuli. How long-term this behavior they want me to have will have on me. You have to understand the source of that information, the media and the information, who is telling you what you must do and why. So those are the two primary steps. Once you finish with two primary steps of knowing the source of the information and the long-term effect for you as well as for them, before you respond or take an action, especially if there is an offer or a provocation, ask, who is going to benefit? And what are my long-term benefits? And by how much? So you consider this donut where they say, show your vaccination card and get a free glazed donut. Why would they do this? Have they done this for cancer? Have they done this for headaches? If you have a headache, can they give you for free? If you've got a tumor, can they do it for free? They cannot. So who is benefiting here? It's quite clear. So how could this all be free? You look at this. You have to think and analyze on benefits. If you adequately breathe in to calm your nerves in any situation, you place your reptilian brain under authority, not of the provocateur who is sending the stimuli, but your higher thinking brain, your soul. You always have to remember that when it comes to free things, there is nothing for free. Remember the free cheese trap that we use to catch mice, or the worm that we use to catch fish. Think about this deeply. There are external forces, e.g. like in shopping malls, within mobs, or gatherings in churches, mosques, where there is power to affect other people's brain responses. It's known as mob psychology or group psychology or crowd psychology. For instance, when you buy your favorite laundry detergent, your toilet paper, your toothpaste, and most of the products that you choose in less than 5 to 10 seconds, reptilian brain that has actually made that decision for you. So you need thoughtfulness, gut, heart, and the brain engagement. These three must be involved: your gut, your heart, and your brain. Calmness and clear thinking will help you to build better relationship habits, good nutritional habits, good exercise habits, and medical observation habits. The reptilian brain is part of your subconscious mind, yes. And its primary role is to make sure you stay alive and spread your genes, correct. Therefore, like reptiles, it shows no mercy. You either dominate others or you'll be dominated by others. This is the primary science position. But our ancestors knew you need to balance Mahati and Isfet before scientists came on the scene. See here? Meretsega. You need to respect Mahati and fight Isfet. Or you also need to uphold Mahati and abjure Isfet. You cannot throw Isfet away. Isfet is always with us. All you need to know is to balance in life. To balance everything in life as taught by our ancestors. Our leaders in any sphere of life must restore Mahati. You will free yourself when you learn to be neutral and follow the instructions of your heart without letting things perturb you. This is the way of Mahati. Breathe in and be calm and then make a decision afterwards. Don't make instinctive decisions. The Urias or the serpent crown, which our ancestors wore, and many tribes in Africa know about this. It represents authority and the king and wisdom and power and protection. That's Mahati. Urias represents the kings, uprightness, and the Mahati, and ready to defend. There is defense in Mahati. Mahati is not polite. It's vicious once you release it because it will empower his fate. So too, many melanin dominant human beings should be ready to be upright, to be clear of instinctive behavior, and able to subdue the animal instinct, the you. The same thing we continue to show. The king here is portrayed wearing a royal Nyaminyami head cloth. That's behind him there. Royal beard and the double crown symbolizing the rule of upper and lower Hamit. Upper and lower Hamit is your animal instinct as well as your spiritual instinct. That's managing your unwanted brain responses. This is it. That's what we need. That's what we want. You have to learn to arouse the serpent that lies inside you at the base of your sacral bones. Your spiritual, a heaven's eye, all-seeing eye, is your third eye, is on your forehead. Now, you yourself should know that the heavens or spiritual eye is within you to guide you to the light and the right solutions. Mahati. It's within you for you to tap into it in tune with the universe and universal power. Ra. This is what they meant that God is within you. It's your third eye. Heavens, a spiritual, all-seeing eye, knowing eye, that is the pineal gland that is connected to the spiritual creator, Ra. Listen to your spirit and you always succeed in all you do. Now, we want to simplify it by saying, listen to your heart. That's simple, because it is the heavens that is correcting and directing you to do better. So know thyself. Your snake power is the spinal cord here. It's there. It's straightforward. There are no two ways about it. Our ancestors knew about that. Even in India, our ancestors knew about that and taught about it under the Nāga, the cobra, which is the Kundalini. That's what they call it. The spinal cord was symbolized as a snake, and is still symbolized as a snake, and it's the snake right inside you. You see? So, melanin dominant human beings, initiates, knew that it represented fire, your being. You must unfurl this power every day. Otherwise, this world will become hell to you. The other complex. God. If this is your character and it is dominated by desire to always dominate others, aggressiveness, jealousy, fundamentalism, obsession in worship, extreme fear, orthodox rigidity, compulsiveness, greed, and submission of forcing others to submit to you. If this is your character, yes, Mahati is very far from your soul. Your animal instincts are controlling and running your life. You are under severe animal instincts. The real you is fast asleep. Also from a neuroscientific analysis, your neocortex and your limbic system have been suppressed. If you react in jealousy, in dominance, in fear, in orthodox rigidity, and hence you are behaving like a wild animal. Not even a tame animal, but a wild animal. defending its territory, or that which you have been programmed that it is yours to defend, like what soldiers do, and the police, the intelligence, the CIO, the riot police, etc., and other personnel like in religious systems and fundamentalists. If this is you and you claim to be awake, civilized, educated, ethical, you are still far from being a real human being. Make your choice out of the three. 1. Continue with your current behavior. 2. Seek evolutionary based medical counseling or therapy. Last but not least, for melanin dominant human beings, you can easily do it by simply formalizing your spirituality and living a life of Ubuntu Ma'ati consciousness. If Ubuntu Ma'ati consciousness is what you desire, send us an email on join@marifato.com. The choice is yours. Ubuntu Ma'ati consciousness is the only way to be free from the effects of the reptilian brain, and that means knowing the difference between real and imagined. The media, the government, and many others are pushing the imagined, the unreal, the fake, the fallacies. But Ubuntu Ma'ati consciousness will train you to remain conscious of your thoughts, will give you the spirit to do the work, the spirit to rest, to take a hot bath or a shower, to play, to take your herbs. It will give you the spirit to help others, to enjoy life even under adversity, to reclaim your spirituality today. That's what it will do. Ma'ati consciousness, Ubuntu Ma'ati consciousness, and it will also allow you to take care of your responsibilities. This is what we wish for us all. Subscribe to our channel, Community Iburu Ethics, by LM Dumizilu, saying Tatenta, Siyabonga, Enkos, Edupe, Asante Sana.